What is up? This is Dog. Today we are going to go over creating a thumbnail. Working today in Canva. Under frequently used, I have right here YouTube thumbnail, and then it's going to open a new project. So here on the left side, you'll see some templates. The ones with crown are the Canva Pro plan. You can kind of see just general idea. A lot of them, there's depth to it. You have nice big text, person on the right side. That seems like the most common version of this. In this case, I used new thumbnail for the project name. We're going to click into template here. So they have some standard color palettes. This second one here, this is the color palette for So You Think You Can Tout. So you can see some nice bright coloring. Maybe you want to use a dark color and add some bright lighting throughout it. So this is the headshot I'm going to be using. We are using Canva, so I'd like to have the Canva logo in here somewhere. Going to have the headshot take up the whole height of this image here, with us wanting to have this be a complementary color to my most common color of green here. I'm looking at the pink, and I know the pink is going to be a good complement. So what we could do is you click the background, pick the color, and then you can hover over this pink. We're going to add some texture to it. Click on your headshot here. I'm using background remover. If you don't have Canva Pro, don't fear, you can go to remove.bg and then you can upload the image and it'll immediately remove the background for free for you. So now we have this image here. You can go to edit, changing a filter if you want to add a different style to it. We're gonna go down to shadows, outline, very common one. I'd say the outline isn't really the meta right now. More of the meta is going to be using drop or glow. So in this case, we're going to use glow. I like using the glow with white. It's going to pop a little more. But you'll see it creates a little more of an outer edge. I'm going to have to readjust the head to fit the screen again. So now that I have that, you can adjust the blur amount if you'd like. You can go with more intensity or less intensity. You can have more of a faded out blur amount. Now let's work in the background, and what we're going to do in the background is we want to add some texture. So you can type in just the word texture if you'd like. This one here, a lot of the options are with the Pro, like this one. Go in and replace background, and it'll put the background right over what you already had. The blur that we already had, and you can put the text there right on the left. So one thought I had with this is having it at a little bit of an angle. One way we could do that is by having a background. And you go to background, say it wants to be yellow. The spread is not exactly what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to create a rectangle. Elements, rectangle, add shape. Right click to the back. Now I can set this up. I can do something like this and have it be a shape that I like. More of a yellow color. A little more of a pop to it. I'm going to make a copy of this. I'm going to bring this up, bring it behind. I'm going to match this down to be the same spot as the other one. Now I want the rectangle to be black and make the text white. And then I'll bring this over to fit the fast and easy a little better. Instead of this just straight up yellow, I'm going to look at doing a gradient. So you click in colors on the left. For the gradient, I could use that gold that we had before, have it like that, and you have it like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to share and download this image, and we're going to use it above. Now we're going to go to apps on the left and go to transform image. We're going to choose that file that we just exported. So now you can see the file here in the preview. This is where you can adjust the angle of it. Zoomed in, I think because of how it's currently shaped, we're going to want it something like this, and then add it to the design. I want it to be aligned with the side here, and then I want it to lead up to my face. But I have another idea. What I did is I took a screenshot of the Canva toolbar, and then we'll put an angle to it, so something like that. And now this we could use behind. So I'm going to layer this all the way to the back and have it in the back like so. Make it a little more transparent. So now for the background. Like I mentioned, don't really love magenta anymore. I made this gradient blue that I kind of like. So if we go to the color, we have somewhat of like a periwinkle blue here, and we have the white in the middle, and it works well with the background. I'm going to want to go in and make it white. I think that'll look better for the glow, and it'll be more in line with the rest of the image. So now the only other thing is it doesn't match the Canva blue or my hat blue. So I'm going to go back in here and switch this to be that Canva blue. Flows a little better in the background. And really I'm just kind of playing with it until I have something that I really like. You can do it something like that. I think what I want to do here, elements, and look for an arrow. So you can type in arrow. So I can go to graphics. I think something like this works pretty well. You can go in here and flip it horizontally and then angle it. How does that look? I think I want one that is more of the long length to it, so more like this one. And then I'm going to make it white, pointing, make thumbnails like this. So that's pretty much it. Really showing off the word thumbnail as being the highlight. Hopefully you've gotten something out of this video. Let me know if you have any thoughts in the comments or any other questions on how to do this further. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel where I can do more videos like this and help you guys become better creators. Then I want to show you a couple other things for doing streaming drafts, because I know a lot of people that might watch this video are going to be streaming best ball and want to have more of a best ball feel to it. So it's an Underdog draft board. And you could make this the background. You could just set this image to the background. You could put some transparency to it. And then I'm going to be using an app called Transform Image. So you can go in here, you just type in transform. So I upload the image to the app here on the left. You can see what it looks like. You can play around with, what kind of angle you want. We're just gonna go in and add some transparency to it. And so we can set this image to the background if we'd like. So you can have it set up like this, maybe putting it a little more to the right. And then we're going to go to edit, then glow. I think more intensity is going to be better here. So that works well. Okay, so we're gonna want 2026. This one for the text, we're gonna have the color matching his shirt, and then we're going to go to edit, effects, and then we'll do outline. Outline we're going to have as black. And we're going to do the word busts. We're going to make the text white and do outline of black. Now I can go in here and you see the dotted line, so I know that they are even with each other. Another thing we can do, so if we move this real quick, we could take the image back out and adjust it. So you can pull half of the image, something like this, the full thing that goes behind that portion, and then you send this to the back, and then you can have the background be something a little fancier. So you can have this be black, maybe less intensity, like a 50 intensity, and then we can go to elements and let's check out lightning storm. Let's replace background, a little transparency to it. So you can have it like that. Darker background allows everything else to pop a little more. You can play around with this, and maybe you want, less of the screen. Or flames. Flames could be good. Have it kind of set up like that, where then it's kind of like the fire behind. This is bust for 2026.